What's up, idols? It's CC Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video was inspired by this clip.
You are very beautiful. Oh, I like the black girls. You know, you like the hip hop, like the Kendrick Lamar. You know.
Be for real, bro. Are you kidding me right now?
Do you know how to do the twerking? You know, the Beyonce, the da 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 da. You know, the twerking. You know.
Please, are you serious? You're just saying that because I'm black, right?
Yes. We could be the Wiz Khalifa. You know the Wiz Khalifa. We could be the black and yellow, black and yellow, black and.
After seeing this, it made me reflect on my time in South Korea. My friends' times, my friends' stories, the stories that get sent to us every day on this channel. And I've noticed some overlapping themes. But before we get into it, I want to invite you guys to check out my Patreon. Also want to let you guys know I have a 50% off coupon for people who want to join, and it's valid for another 4 days or so. I know a few of you have been curious about what my boyfriend looks like. On my Patreon, we have couple vlogs. We also have story times that are about hookups in Korea, foreigners and Koreans hooking up in Korea. I can't put them on YouTube because of the nature of said hookup. We also have uncensored versions of some of my YouTube videos over there as well. So if you want to get more access to the tea that I cannot put on YouTube, click the link down below in the description. Also subscribe if you haven't already. We've been doing really good lately. We had like a really big boom from the last 2 videos. Thank you guys so much for that. We did a K-pop deep dive and the K-pop scam. Is K-pop failing? We talked all about that a few days ago in that video. And if you like these sort of topics, then please leave a like on the video. Drop a comment below. If you don't know what to say, you can just say for the watch. Just help drive up the engagement. It really helps so much. But also, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this topic we're about to get into right now. So yeah, let's talk about it. Full disclaimer, the clip that I just showed you is not real. He is a real guy, and a lot of the stuff he is saying is real, but he's not really doing it. Like, his content is parody. The foreigners he engages with are in on the joke. It is fully like satire, but a lot of the stuff he says is very real. I have PTSD flashbacks. That's why I thought that video was actually real. I was like, huh, I've heard that line a few times. So basically, he puts out content where he's like, Korean guy versus Hongdae guy. Like, a normal Korean guy would do this if you dropped your phone. A Hongdae guy would do this if you dropped your phone. And how they say like the same lines, how they approach you, how they flirt with you as a foreigner, like those sorts of different things. And again, I don't want like any hate or anything like that. I admire his content. I am so glad. It is so refreshing to see like a normal Korean guy address and call out these weird Hongdae type guys.
My name is Sean. I'm from the South Korea. North Korea, no. South.
What about foreigner girls?
I like the foreigner girls because they're the open mind.
Don't you like Korean girls?
You know, Korean girls I don't like. Korean girls I don't like. Korean girls is like the diet yogurt. Ugh, I don't like.
By the way, throughout this video, I'm just gonna say Hongdae guy instead of saying fuckboy because I don't want to say that too much. I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm just gonna say Hongdae guy. But also, full disclaimer, these guys are not just in Hongdae. These guys are all over Korea, okay? Like, let's not get it twisted. To a Hongdae type guy, sleeping with a foreigner is something to brag about to your friends, to the homies. Especially if you're a foreigner who's there for like a short-term visit, a short-term tourist. It's like a quick conquest and then you go back off to your country and they're left with the memories and the bragging rights.
Excuse me.
Oh my god!
Do you live alone?
That one. That part. Do you live alone haunts my nightmares. 99% of the men I've met in Korea has asked me, do you live alone? They also ask me, do you have open mind?
Wait, isn't that way Hongdae?
Only if you're open mind.
You better stop!
I know all too well that there is this stigma, this idea out there that foreigners are easy. They're an easy lay, an easy conquest. Foreigners are such hoes, but y'all, love motels and DVD bongs exist for a reason, and it's not because of foreigners.
And
I don't know like why people say, oh, foreigners are so much easier than like Korean girls. Listen, Linda, the amount of times I've been minding my business with my friends, clubbing in Korea, and a Korean girl will come up to me and grope me, try to kiss me, slap my butt. Like, they're very... I'm not hoe shaming or shaming anybody. It's nothing like that whatsoever. All I'm saying is young people just like to have fun. A lot of people. Your race does not make you more likely to be a hoe than not. Because yes, in a country as conservative as South Korea, they have love motels and DVD bongs aplenty. Outwardly, they're this conservative, oh, we don't talk about that. But in real life, they are doing it just as much as everybody else, okay? It's called having fun, okay? Live and let live. If it's not your thing, that's not your thing. But if it is somebody else's thing, that's their thing. So yeah, anyway, sorry. Like I said, while this It's Sean solo guy does parody and satire, and he's like, this is a normal Korean guy, this is a Hongdae guy, there's one little disclaimer, little distinction I'd like to make, because I have experienced the Hongdae guy all over Korea. I lived in Jeju, I lived in Taean, I lived in Seoul, I visited Daegu, Busan, Daejeon, Incheon, Gwangju. Gangnam, they're everywhere, okay? It is a plague. It is not just Hongdae. They be acting up all over the country. In this video, when I say like, I'm not even gonna say Korean guys fetishizing foreign girls or anything like that. I'm gonna say the Hongdae type guy. And I'm only saying type because they are not only out in Hongdae running amok, they're all over the country running amok. They leave the borders of Korea and run amok, okay? Let's just get that clear. So I'm just gonna say Hongdae type or Hongdae because I don't wanna say Korean men, Korean men. I'm not trying to generalize. That is not the purpose or goal at all of this video. So I do fully believe that the Hongdae type guy does fetishize foreigners, and we'll talk about why right now. Like I alluded to earlier, it is seen as something cool, something to brag about to your friends if you say, oh, I'm sleeping with a girl from Canada. Oh, I'm dating this girl from France. I hooked up with a sexy Latina from Mexico. And it's so crazy how they approach you based on their stereotype and their assumption and expectation of how you're gonna be based on where you're from and how you look. So like I said in that clip, you know, Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, the twerking thing, that is very real. They will approach you like that. Not all, again, not all, but a lot of them will, based on, oh, you're black, so that must mean you're a professional twerker. Oh, you're black, so you must love hip hop, so do I. If you're French, they're like, oh, French people express their bodies so freely and they think so freely.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
프랑스 girls, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you like the croissant or do you want to see my baguette?
I heard Korean baguette are small.
시발이지. Eiffel Tower.
They approach you with this anticipation and expectation based on stereotypes. The same is in reverse as well, because there's a lot of girls who like Korean guys because they fell in love with the Korean guys they see on TV and K-dramas and that they hear when they're listening to K-pop. You know, a lot of foreign girls are interested in Korean men because they're like, oh, Korean guys are such good dancers. They're so sweet. They're sexy romantic oppars. They treat you like a queen and a princess. And they're so stylish and so handsome and have the best skin. And that's like the expectation you have based on stereotypes. So yeah, it goes both ways. And a big old butt, SpongeBob butt. Let me be clear because I do, Obama, let me be clear.
So let me be clear.
Let me be clear. So let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. So let me be clear.
But let me be clear on what I'm saying.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
So come back around.
Obama. Sorry. I do feel like there is a very strong difference and clear distinction between a fetish and having a type or a preference. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think that both are very real, but very different. I think it is absolutely very real for someone to see a black woman, for example, and find her darker skin stunning and like her curves and her curly hair and her fuller lips. Whatever physical trait you find yourself initially drawn to, we all have a type. We all have something that catches our eye about a person first. We're like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. And I deeply believe that is beyond our control, whether it's influenced by our countries and the social perceptions of beauty around us, or just what we internalize as beautiful ourselves. Sometimes we just like something really different from what we're used to and what we're exposed to. For example, my boyfriend is Asian, and I just put in box braids, it's May now, in March, and he actually prefers me with box braids. I told him, oh, I usually like to braid up my hair in the summer because it's so fucking humid here in Hong Kong. Oh my God. I'm leaving next week, by the way. I won't be in Hong Kong anymore. But in the summer, it is common for us black girls to braid up our hair because it is less maintenance. You don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta straighten it, or oh, it's gonna get frizzy because of the humidity. It's nice. And honestly, I'm glad he likes it because I want to keep these in for a very long time. I am loving the low maintenance. And I know that love and relationships are about so much more than looks and appearance. But it is natural to meet someone based off of who you feel initially attracted to first. You see them first, and that makes you want to approach them. You see them and you hope they approach you. Visually, that's what we're exposed to first, right? Usually you can fall for someone visually before you have the chance or get the opportunity to get to know them. You know, you see a cute girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, you ask her out. You see a guy who's tall, he's a tree you want to climb, and you hope he asks you out, or you might go and ask him out. It's usually visual first. And I really feel like there's nothing wrong with having a type or a physical preference. We like what we like. And of course you can think someone is like really funny or really kind and fall for them because of that. That absolutely happens all the time. For example, me and my boyfriend. When I first met him, and I already told him this, so I'm not roasting him or anything, he's well aware, he was not my type when I first met him.
Damn!
We were bros. Like, we were just friends at first, and then one day he kissed me. It was after getting to know him that I realized he was very hilarious, very funny, very sweet, very romantic, the best communicator ever, really chill, laid back, great guy, like treats me so well. And another reason I didn't really take him too seriously in that way, like I thought we were just friends, is because he is 4 years younger than me. Like that is not something I would have normally ever gone for. I've never dated someone more than 1 year older or 1 year younger than me. Like when we first met, he's like, oh yeah, I'm 26. I'm like, 20 what now? I am 30. But I mean, honestly, I did be forgetting our age difference. It helps that I still look like I'm in my 20s. But yeah, typically we do fall for someone visually before we have the chance to get to know them. And I say all that to say, here's how I explain a fetish. The definition of a fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or part of the body other than sexual organs. That's the technical Cambridge definition. But a fetish is not always sexual. It's also like an extreme devotion to something or an obsessive interest. But today specifically, we're going to be talking about racial fetishism. To me, and again, this is all just my take, by the way, my experience, my opinion. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional, so please don't take this stuff too seriously. To me, the difference between having a type versus having a fetish is about stereotypes, the expectation. You have this idea of someone or a group of people based on what you think you know based on stereotypes. In Korea, for example, a foreigner, depending where they come from, could be a status upgrade. If a Korean man or a Korean woman can date someone from a foreign, wealthy European country, for example, you look so cool and sophisticated. Sadly, there is a racial hierarchy in the world. Even in East Asia, they look down on South Asian and Southeast Asian people. They see themselves as better than these people, and it's the same way how in the West, white supremacy exists. In the West, it has long been known that a lot of chads and passport bros love non-Western women because they expect a woman to be more passive, less independent, more submissive, demure. You cheat on them and they stay at home with the kids. They especially expect that of East Asian and Southeast Asian women. We Western women stand up for ourselves too much. Apparently that's a problem. You can be a Western white guy and find yourself physically attracted to Asian women. That's your type, that's your preference, I do not care. That's what your brain is attracted to. That's what your eyes find stimulating. Do what you do, do what you want. But if you like Asian women because you expect them to be more submissive, that's weird, bro. Hopefully I'm kind of sort of making sense to explain the difference I see personally between having a fetish and being like attracted to someone having a type or preference. So yeah, back to the topic of Korean men and foreign women. By the way, of course, all of this, like I'm not trying to say that it is not possible for Korean men to just find foreign women attractive. That happens all the time. But to me, the Hongdae type guy does it because of a fetish. They have a fetish. So yeah, like for example, in some of Sean Solo's videos, you see him addressing different foreign girls based on different stereotypes. And again, his content is parody, but it is based in reality. A Hongdae type guy will approach you and flirt with you based on stereotypes of how he expects you to be. For example, one clear example I have, and I caught it on video. I was vlogging in Itaewon a few years ago now, and we were in a club called Soap. And I've been wanting to go there because I miss when Dean was there. I'll heal. Anyway, we were just, my friend was a big fan of this DJ. She's gonna kill me. I can't remember his name. Monster Woo? Something like that. She loved him, but she takes a billion years doing her makeup and we got there late and she missed them. That's what happens when your friends ain't ever on time, Bria. Anyway, she was like kind of in a bad mood because we had missed her boy. That was the whole reason we were going there. So it's me, Bria is half Latina, half black, and I had another friend, I won't say her name, I don't know how she feels about that, but she was also black. We were observing people. You people watch sometimes when you're bored. And there were these two Korean guys who were talking to these, like a group of white girls, and they were very respectful and nice to them. They're like, hi, nice to meet you, hello, and all that. And as soon as they looked in our direction and started to talk with my friend, all you heard was, hey, yo, I'm trying to fuck tonight.
disgusting한 냄새가 나요. disgusting shit.
Sir? To witness the same two people approach two groups of people so differently in the span of like 5 minutes was actually crazy. You go from hi, hello to yo, I'm trying to fuck. They approach you based on your race and your religion and what they think you'll like and what they think you'll be like. Tell everybody what you heard those guys say when we were at Soap, who were behind us.
Okay. They were like, we're trying to get tonight. And then they spent the next 30 minutes trying to find ways to come up to us. And then when they finally came up to us, the line was, What does your tattoo mean? What does your tattoo mean? Let me holler at you. Can you be less cringy, please?
If you're Latina, they expect you to be like fiery and passionate, exotic, spicy Latin lover. I've heard that so many times. If you're black, do I even need to say it? Black women are so hypersexualized. The twerking dance, that was the very first message I ever got in Korea, by the way. When I went on Hello Talk back in the day. Oh, you're a black girl. I like the twerking dance. What the fuck? Not even a hello, my name is, what's your name? Hello, you're a black girl. I like the twerking dance. And this is part of the reason I always go back and forth. I have like this mental war with myself. I fully love to see women embrace their sexuality and express themselves freely, because for so long, you know, women have been repressed in that way, and you're told to cover up lest you be taken advantage of, and then it's your fault if it does happen to you. I admire seeing women be like, I don't give a F, I'ma do what I want, I'ma twerk, I'ma show my body. But at the same time, it is unfair how, because of racial bias, there's a group of us that will always be stigmatized and downgraded in a way, you know, like think of certain music videos and certain female rappers and how a lot of the themes are the same. Booty's out, my pussy so wet. I think that's part of the reason I was so disappointed with like that. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but it's a short one. With Bruno Mars. Like he did a beautiful ballad with Lady Gaga. I was like, oh, if the world was it. Love that song. And then he did Pata Pata with Rose. Catchy, sweet, fun song. Then he does a collab with Sexy Red. Fat, juicy, and wet. Like, why can't we get a fun or cute, lovely song as well? Like, why does it immediately have to be sexy and sexualized? Like, bruh. So yeah, and if you're white, you see a lot of Koreans and East Asians get surgery to have more Eurocentric features. They like to have pale skin, they make their eyes bigger, they want to make their faces smaller, they want to make their nose bridges taller and higher. They want to look less Asian and more white. That's what's considered beautiful. Though that is changing, that's a pretty safe bet for beauty in Asian countries like Korea. So I feel like the way they approach like a white girl, for example, it's you know, a little bit more like, hi, oh, nice to meet you, and oh, you're from Switzerland. Oh, Switzerland's a very wealthy country, you know, that's something you can brag about, that can upgrade your standing. You get where I'm going here? You know, I don't have enough experience. I'm one person, I'm only a black girl. I'm not trying to speak for these people, and I'm not trying to insert myself into anyone's narrative or anything like that. This is just based off of what I've seen, what I've heard, what people tell me. We share experiences with each other and we learn from it, you know? And this doesn't just happen in Korea, obvi. Unfortunately, this racial fetishism is kind of everywhere. It's worldwide. Sexual tourism is very real. Also unfortunate, racial stereotypes exist everywhere as well. To be put in a bubble, you know, for people to assume you're gonna be a certain way before they have the chance to even get to know you is so unfair and ridiculous. I mean, how long, for example, have Asian men been seen as emasculated and feminine and soft and nerdy and undesirable and short, you know? Like for so long, that's been like the perception from the West of Asian men. And now with the Hallyu wave, they over there like, hey, we move.
I said, bitch, where? I said, bitch, where?
Genuine physical attraction is real. We can't help who we're attracted to. If you find green eyes sexy, red hair drives you wild, you like curly hair, big boobs, tall guys, monolids, that is your right. But when your attraction is based on stereotypes and assumptions, that's when it gets a little weird, in my opinion. So do Korean guys fetishize foreign women? 100% absolutely yes. Not all, but some. The Hongdae type guy? Yes, 1,000,000,000%. I mean, in a homogenous country, any foreigner is different. You stand out like a big sore thumb. You're exotic, you're different. Some might see that as exciting. But of course, some Koreans don't even want you in their country. They don't want foreigners there. Keep it pure. But a lot of the times, opposites attract. If you come from a country where everyone is pale, maybe when you go on vacation somewhere and you see tan people, you might be like, wow, that looks nice, and it's different. But I feel like that kind of goes for the same as in a country like Korea. When everyone around you kind of looks the same, you might just want something different. Especially, I feel like that would be a bit hyperbolic or accelerated in South Korea, because even the standard of beauty is so cookie cutter, so same. You wear your makeup the same, you dress the same, you wear similar hairstyles, you go to the same surgeon. Like,
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Sometimes we find things more attractive because it's less common. What's a really uncommon trait that's desired? Like dimples. People really like dimples. It's not super uncommon, but people really like dimples. It's a genetic defect, genetic deformation right there. I'm deformed. But you know, dimples are becoming more common. It's kind of rare and it's something people find attractive, like things like that. Or like purple eyes, like everyone loved Elizabeth Taylor's purple eyes. Like, is that real? How's that happen? No one has purple eyes. It's beautiful because you don't see it often. Even on my channel over the years, we've heard from Korean guys directly on their various reasons for preferring to date foreigners. Some were genuine attraction, and some were based in stereotypes, fetishism, and demonizing their own Korean women in comparison. Like, oh, I like foreign girls because they're not like Korean girls who do this. Like, that's not okay. You don't need to do that. You don't need to lift up somebody else by bringing somebody else down. Stop. Can we stop doing that?
Stop doing that! Stop! You're not original!
It's like when you have, you know, a good segment of black men, population of them, not all, again, not all, but you do see that black guys, some of them who prefer to date non-black women, will say, I like this because black women do that. Who is that for? You don't need to say that. Just have your preference and be happy and move on. Like, bye.
I don't care who says what, it's my personal preference.
So yeah, I just felt like talking about this. Oh, by the way, if you want to see like a sort of compilation, because like I said, we've had a few videos now where a few Korean guys have like messaged me and said, oh, I just want to share my thoughts on this. I saw this video and I just want to share how me and my friends feel about foreign women these days. And even when I was in Korea back in January, a guy recognized me on the street and was like, you're a YouTuber, right? Which, first of all, like I keep saying, it's like 90% of my viewers are ladies. So whenever a guy watches, they're a rare gem. It is a pleasant surprise to me. So I was like, wait, you're a dude and you, what? No way. And then he messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, can I share this? Can you share this with your viewers? If you'd like to see videos like that compiled, just let me know, because we do have a few at this point. It might be about an hour, maybe 45 minutes long if I put them all together. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. Again, check out the K-pop video we just did. We did a little deep dive on it. Also, unfortunately, there was just this rape scandal that kind of exposed a whole nother Burning Sun plot. So check those out if you want to watch more of my content after this video. These videos are always really fun to make. You know why? There is always that troll, always at least one or 50, who call me like a yellow feverist. They tell me I have an Asian fetish. Which, here's the funny thing about all of that. The way YouTube works, right? It recommends videos to you based on other similar content you've watched that you've liked. They say, you've watched X, Y, and Z. We think you'll like this video too. And that's how these videos pop up on your feed. Something brought this video to that troll. There's a reason you felt compelled to click on the video, right? And drive up the engagement and help me by arguing with me in the comments, right? I don't know, I just always found this so weird to like click on the video you say you hate just to complain in the comments, which is promoting the video further. So thank you, but it's just funny because I be on the lookout. It's gonna be down there somewhere. My channel is about Korea. It is about foreigners dating in Korea. It's about K-pop. It's about Korean news and issues and social awareness. Vlogs, you know, this is what we talk about on my channel. No hate, no shame. Let's just have fun. It is never that deep. But you know,
it is what it is. It is what it is.
So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong!